Hi. Still at war. Anyways, um, just wanted to sort of go back and tell about how I realized that what I was telling was true because I started back in 20 when I really sunk in about the Key of Daniel. I think that was about 2015, 2014, something like that, 2013. And I was telling my ex, right, my son's father, all about this. But I was putting it online on TikTok. And my TikToks, they wouldn't let me post anymore because I was posting the truth, right? And now all that stuff that I was posting is coming out. You can go back in my Facebook and TikTok, get on it. I'm banned, but I think you could still go look at the things. I'm not sure. But I revealed the Key of Daniel from Jonathan Clack, and then I started digging into other YouTube sites where Enter the Stars, and he did the body code, and he backed up Jonathan's stuff because he showed how the Bible is basically Jesus' walk. You can see it in our body, in the brain, in that, right? It's really cool how he describes that. And then I went on to other people, and then I got onto Telegram, and I started watching the Queen stuff. That's when I really started noticing, like, I would say, this is what's happening. And he would go, no, that's not going to happen, that's not going to happen. And he'd always knock her. So I'm assuming that this was something he kind of knew about but didn't really understand it. I'm not sure about that, but this is when I started getting troubles. And I was in my room when we were on Military Trail, and I heard this voice sitting in my room, and this voice said to me really loud, a man's voice, "Wake the fuck up." That's when I sort of went, holy fuck, what was that? And but it was in my head, right? So I knew it was God telling me to start being more aware. And it still took a few years for me to wake up completely. I woke up in the spring last year when I just knew they were trying to get rid of me, and they were up to something. Because him and my son have been whispering to each other since about 2015, 2014. And I'd come in the room and they'd stop talking, and Dylan would be freaking totally belligerent to me, and his father would say nothing, right? Like he just got off on it. So I just went, whatever. I'll pray for you. And I just started researching 18 hours a day. I've dug up stuff that I know about going on in this world, and like secret files and stuff. So once I got kicked off TikTok, I knew I was on the right track because they were kicking off all the truthers, right, and leaving on all these people that would give out some truths but not all. And then I got two military tribunals on Telegram.org, and Gitmo TV on Telegram.org. Don't just punch in Telegram, and make sure it's .org. Anyways, there's so much freaking truth and absolute. I went through all the stuff. I went down to the dirt of what they do. And I got off social media for 2 years because it was so, to my soul, what I seen in kids and people and what they do to them. Anyways, be careful. Make sure you're ready if you do want to go down that rabbit hole, because it could destroy you. Anyways, 2 years later, I got back on, and started putting stuff. And I'm having problems with my Wi-Fi. They're treating me like freaking absolute crap, cutting me off all of a sudden because I knew I took my energy away. As soon as I knew, I went, okay. And then I learned how to take your energy away, and I just did that. And then all of a sudden, he just freaking started falling, collapsing. Craig, he just was not the same since towards me, and I was getting gang stalked and witchcraft, still am. And it was brutal. Like 500 people a day would come at me, right, with some kind of a spell. And they still do, but they're dwindling because they're finding out the truth, right? But yeah, it's a story, all right. But it doesn't even start there. It starts from the day I was born. I can remember being in the high chair. I remember my little thunder and lightning, and my older brother ran to the room. My sister ran into the room, so my mom went after them and left me in the kitchen by myself in the high chair. I was a baby, and I remember that. So, you know, I guess they all know I'm different and whatever. But, you know, we all are. We're all here for a different reason, right? It's a school, so they're here for me to learn from. But anyways, I hope that helps anybody.